Yeah, hello Akshay and hi audience. This side Abhay and I am from Patna, Bihar, and I am a graduate of 23 batch in BTech Computer Science.
Mhm.
And I am currently working as a software engineer with monocept.
Cool, cool. So, are we coming to its hiring procedure? So, when compared to other companies, like how is it exactly the monocept hiring procedure? Any talk on that?
Yeah, monocept hiring procedure is generally a off-campus type. So monocept generally hires from the CodeShare challenges like the long one and the cook-off.
Mm-hmm.
So I participated in the cook-off challenge and was able to solve around 3 to 4 questions. The level of the questions were like from easy to medium level.
Okay.
So, and after 1 month, I was notified for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 1 way video interview where the questions were displayed on the screen and
Okay.
we need to answer them by recording ourselves.
Okay.
So, this round was a type of semi-technical round where we were judged on our problem-solving approach and the team projects and some more factors like communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then followed by the offline technical interview and the HR interview.
Cool. Okay. Putting spotlight on the first round, as you mentioned, it was CodeShift platform, right?
Yeah.
I do remember the question, right? Like what kind of question were there? So, if it is not
Yeah.
allowed to give a same question, you can just give a pattern of question, if possible.
No, as the audience can go to the WhatsApp and view the questions, they are present there. So
Hmm.
I would give the brief about like as I told, I solved around 3 to 4 questions. The first 2 questions were a type of um, implementation type questions,
Okay.
and the third, fourth questions, some data structures were used like hash map and some stack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Chalo, so
it was around easy to medium level type questions.
So what about camera by? So was it on? Was it off? Like how was it?
No, during the challenges, the camera was not on.
Camera was not on. So okay, what was
Yeah.
the time taken to get first round result? Any talk on that?
Like 1 month, I think.
1 month. Okay.
25 to 30 days. Yeah.
25 to 30 days. So what was the mode? By it was from a telephonic call, or you will be getting a mail from the company that you have selected. How was it?
Uh, Up first, there was a online meeting where we were notified, and then followed by the 1 way interview mail.
Okay. Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Through the mail
Then
ID, you will be getting the update.
the further updates will be given to the mail ID. Yeah.
Alright. Chalo then. So coming to the second round, as you mentioned, it was
Yeah.
a video assessment round, right?
Yeah.
So how was your experience?
So it's like a neutral experience. Like no one is behind the camera asking you questions. It's the
Okay.
question displayed on the screen.
Mhm.
So you have chances to retake your answers.
Okay.
So yeah, there were question displayed like around 15 questions
Okay.
based on some normal problem solving
Yeah.
and rounding about your projects and
Okay.
some communication skills. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So, if my understanding is like a question will be displayed on the screen and you have to speak according to that question, correct?
Yeah.
And before submitting your answer, there will be option to send or retake a video, correct?
Yeah. If there's some issue with the audio or something, you can just retake the answer.
So do you remember the question, like what kind of questions they asked? Do you remember?
Yeah, some questions I would like to tell, like,
Yep.
what project did you work in your BTech?
Okay.
Like, why you choose that and why the tech stack behind that?
Mm-hmm.
And some questions on the technical side, like how to solve a palindrome question and all that.
Chalo then.
Like some basic questions.
Basic. So, okay, how many questions were there? Do you remember how many questions were there?
I think like 15 to 20 questions were there.
Okay, 50 to 20 questions. And what was the given time to record? Is it 1 minute or 50 seconds? Like, how was it?
Yeah, every question has its own time limit. Like minimum, I guess 120 seconds, and maximum we can go to up to 3 minutes
Okay,
answer.
and they will be displaying timer on the screen.
Yeah, we will be having the timer, so we could have a track of our.
So do you remember the platform, by like if you remember, you can just mention it out. The platform.
The platform was provided by the company itself. I guess that it was Turbo RI. I guess.
Chalo. All right. So what was the time taken to get this video assessment round results?
It again take around 20 days.
20 days. Okay. 20 days. So before jumping to our technical round, wait, do you remember? I mean, are we missing anything? Question, something like that in the video assessment?
No, video assessment was generally based on your communication skills and little problem solving approach only. Yeah.
Problem solving in the sense like they will be giving a scenario and they'll be checking how you're gonna solve that problem. Is it?
No. Suppose I had one question like I was given a particular date and I have to calculate 5 years from now.
Okay.
So what would be your approach in the
Acha.
coding part? So like this types of questions.
Chalo then. Got it. All right. We'll focus on the technical round and the HR round. Okay. So how was your technical round experience? Can you talk on that?
Yeah, as it was my first offline interview, so it was a good one. So the technical round started with some easy intermediate DSA questions like questions having solution using hash map approach and some binary search questions, some implementation type and some were around linked list questions. The approach along with the code implementation.
Okay. So coming to the code implementation, like how was the platform? You have to write you in your own screen or they are sharing their own platform? How was it?
No, as it was a face-to-face interview, we were asked to write the code on the pen and paper with the elbow. Yeah.
So on the spot in the pen and paper.
Like we don't have to actually write the full code. It's the type of pseudo code. We have to explain the approach to the
So apart from the coding, any correlated questions or any DBMA such kind of questions?
Yeah, there were. After the DSA part, there were some theory questions that rounded around OOPS concept, some DSA, DBMS stuff like normalization and acid properties.
Okay.
Along with some queries and lastly some SDLC concepts.
Chalo then. So no situation-based question, nothing.
Situation-based questions were at the HR round.
HR. All right. Okay.
Yeah. And after the theory question, there was a brief discussion on the projects created during the
academic. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalo then. So how long it went, do you remember?
I guess around 45 minutes to 1 hour it took.
45. Chalo.
45 minutes, yeah.
All right. So before jumping to our HR, do you remember like are we missing anything? Any questions? Anything we are missing?
Like I've discussed all the subtopics I've discussed. Yeah.
All right.
I don't actually remember the questions, but the topics were almost same.
No worries. All right. So what was the time taken to get the TR result? As you mentioned, it was offline, right? So what was the time taken to get the result?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So on the spot, you got the result and next it was HR.
Yeah.
So how was your final HR round experience? Can you talk on that?
Yeah, HR round was generally a discussion on the role, salary and the training discussion.
Okay.
And along with some scenario-based questions. Yeah.
As you mentioned, the scenario-based question. Do you remember like what was the scenario given in the HR? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember one question like if I am facing any bug or error and my manager is not responding.
Okay.
So what should I do? Whom to approach?
Okay.
So what would be my flow for that condition? Yeah.
So on curious, I'm just asking like how did you respond to that question, Navai? Do you remember how did you respond to that question? On curious.
So yeah, I responded like I can ask my colleagues, I can ask my tech lead, also some websites like ChatGPT and all where we can go and ask our queries. So this was my response for that question.
Cool then. Cool. All right, I guess we have discussed everything regarding its hiring procedure and we have gone through it, the code shift and the video assessment, TR followed by the HR. So everything we have covered. Before jumping to the job description, would you like to mention anything? Are we missing anything?
I don't think so, as we have discussed the technical round along with the topics of the questions asked and the theory part along with the projects.
Alright.
And HR discussion was a general discussion on what we will be doing in the company. Yeah.
All right. So what was the time taken to get the HR result, Abhay?
I think HR result also took 20 days.
20 days. All right.
Yeah.
Chalo then, we'll put a spotlight on the job description. So we'll start with your domain, role and responsibility. What is the name of the domain assigned to you?
As the monocept was hiring for software engineer, so like they hire for software engineer trainee for the 2023 batch, and for the senior batches like 22 batches, 21 or 22 batch, they were hiring for the software engineer.
Cool.
So yeah.
And coming to its stipend and internship, any talk on that?
Yeah, after the HR result got declared, we were assigned like the technologies on the company requirements, like it could be Java full stack or .NET or Miniman, like something. So on the company requirements.
Okay.
So I was associated with the Java full stack training part. So it is for around like 3 to 4 months, and where the company would be providing us the training, and the stipend is around like 40 to 50,000 consolidated for 3-4 months.
3-4 months.
Like it's for a wholesome amount.
All right. So it's like if a internship is for 4 months and the total sum is like 30 to 40,000. Correct?
Yeah.
Chalo then. Coming to its expected CTC, any talk on that, Bhai?
Yeah, according to the description, it's like 5 to 6 LP, and it's generally based on the interview feedback and the training feedback. So it varies from 5 to 6 LP.
So then, speaking, go on.
Yeah, and for the 21 and 22 batches, they were hired for the software engineer post, so they were given the compensation around 5 to 9 LP.
So then,
as they were having 1+ year of experience. Yeah.
All right. Does it have any bond, by coming to the bond service agreement?
Yeah, I guess there is a bond of like 1 year.
1 year bond. All right.
Yeah.
Do you remember like if somebody, because of some issue, if a person break the bond, do you remember the bond breakage amount?
As per now, I don't have any knowledge for this part.
No worries.
Yeah.
So I guess we covered everything. Its hiring is done and the job description is done.
Yes.
Currently, as you mentioned, you are undergoing the internship, right? Currently.
Yeah.
So what is the mode? Is it online? Is it offline? How was it?
It's purely online. Like we are assigned with a mentor, and we are being trained every day for the full stack technologies.
Chalo then. So it will be complete online.
Yeah.
All right, my final question, last but not the least, any suggestion to our audience? So what is your suggestion? What is your tip?
Yeah, the suggestion for the audience would be like they do need to practice coding questions on online platforms like Bootstrap and Hangaragi. This would help in the coding consistency. So, and moreover, they can have a look on the theory concept as well, as this part is also important.
Great. And from my end, everything has been asked, and from your end, everything has been answered. And buddy, really appreciate you for taking time and joining us and sharing your experience with the audience. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
And guys, this is all about today's talk. And if you have any kind of queries, make sure that you can ask those queries in our Telegram community group, and also you can make use of YouTube comment section. And Abhay, really appreciate you, man, for taking time and joining us today.
Yeah.
And guys, this is all about today's talk. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.